Voyager 1 survived the darkness, crossed into interstellar space, and kept whispering back secrets from the edge of everything we know. For decades, it was humanity's farthest outpost, a tiny relic of Earth adrift in the eternal night. But recently, something changed. After months of silence and a failing data system, the spacecraft came back online, and what it returned with didn't sound like data. It sounded like a warning. A steady, low-frequency hum. A gravitational tug from something unseen. And a silence inside NASA that speaks louder than any official statement. This isn't just another deep space anomaly. This feels like confirmation of what some always feared, that the edge of our solar system isn't empty, and perhaps, it never was. For years, Voyager 1 has been a quiet hero, a time capsule of human ambition launched in 1977, built with less computing power than a pocket calculator. It carried instruments, cameras, detectors, and a golden record, a message to whoever might one day find it. It was meant to last 5 years, enough time to sweep past Jupiter and Saturn before drifting into silence. But Voyager didn't stop. It outlived predictions, surpassed expectations, and kept sending data long after its creators had retired or passed away. Against the odds, it became the longest-living mission in the history of exploration. Even as its power supply dwindled and systems were shut down one by one, it endured. It pushed farther into the stars than any machine before it, crossing into interstellar space in 2012, leaving behind the protective bubble of the Sun's influence. And yet, in late 2024, the steady heartbeat of Voyager began to fracture. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory noticed that its data no longer made sense. The clean streams of measurements had dissolved into static, into garbled fragments of information that seemed like nonsense. The culprit appeared to be Voyager's flight data system, its memory, its brain. Without it, the spacecraft couldn't interpret its surroundings. It was still transmitting, but its voice had become scrambled. For 5 long months, the engineering team worked in silence, unsure if Voyager could even hear their commands anymore. Every signal required 22.5 hours to travel across space, and another 22.5 to return, a 45-hour round trip. Each command was like tossing a bottle into the ocean, waiting 2 days to see if it reached the shore. And then, against all odds, Voyager answered. On March 20, 2025, it responded. At first, the relief was overwhelming. Mission Control erupted in celebration. But when the fragments of data were decoded, unease replaced joy. The spacecraft was healthy. Its instruments were stable. But what it was reporting did not match the models. Something in space had shifted. Something Voyager had seen and survived. For decades, scientists believed the heliopause, the invisible boundary where the solar wind ends and interstellar space begins, was a smooth gradient, a soft fade into the void. Voyager's latest data told a different story. Instead of a gentle slope, it had crossed into chaos. Plasma storms. Spikes of pressure. Bursts of radiation unlike anything predicted. It wasn't just the fading of solar influence. It was turbulence. Resistance. Almost as if something out there was pushing back. Even stranger were the density fluctuations. Voyager detected massive changes in particle density, swinging so wildly that no natural model could explain them. They didn't resemble random turbulence. They pulsed, rising and falling with uncanny rhythm, like a heartbeat reverberating at the edge of the system. And the deeper Voyager pressed, the stronger the rhythm became. It wasn't interference. It wasn't machine error. It was real. It was mapped across multiple instruments, precise and consistent. The edge of the solar system, long thought to be a silent border, was alive with pulses, with something that felt reactive, aware. Then came the hum. Buried inside the transmissions was a narrow band signal, low frequency and hauntingly steady. At 3 kHz, it didn't fit natural plasma oscillations. It wasn't random, and it didn't shift with solar activity. It had been faintly detected years earlier, dismissed as background noise, but now, with enhanced processing and clearer data, it became undeniable. The hum was not fading with distance. It was growing sharper. Voyager wasn't just passing through it. It was being guided toward it. At first, some at NASA tried to explain it as plasma resonance, the natural song of charged particles. But that explanation fell apart quickly. Plasma sings with chaos, bending and distorting with every solar flare, every gust of wind from a star. This hum did not. It was constant, unbending, like a clock ticking inside the void. And as Voyager moved, it wasn't just louder, it was more defined, like a beacon sharpening into focus. The final anomaly was the most chilling of all. Voyager was drifting. Its trajectory no longer matched predictions. Calculations showed it was being nudged, not by its own thrusters, not by hardware degradation, but by an external force. A gravitational pull, steady, consistent, unrelenting. Yet, in the region Voyager was heading, there were no stars. No planets. No visible bodies at all. Nothing to explain the pull. Telescopes and radio arrays on Earth turned toward the coordinates. They found nothing. No light, no heat, no radiation. Just darkness. And yet, Voyager moved as if something unseen were drawing it in. A rogue planet? A wandering black hole? A cluster of dark matter? Each theory was debated, but none explained everything. None could connect the hum, the plasma heartbeat, and the gravitational tug into one picture. Voyager didn't seem to be falling into a well. It seemed to be following a lead, as though it had been noticed. Then came the silence, not from space, but from Earth. NASA's updates slowed, then grew vague. Data once freely available was now delayed or redacted. Mission logs became summaries stripped of detail. Engineers who once spoke openly about corrections or anomalies grew quiet. Insiders whispered of closed-door briefings, of outside agencies stepping in. For the first time in decades, Voyager's discoveries weren't just science. They had crossed into something else. Something higher. Something classified. That silence only fueled speculation. Independent researchers picked apart what fragments remained. Some argued Voyager had stumbled into a condensed knot of dark matter, dense enough to bend its path. Others believed the hum was a relic of the early universe, a cosmic echo buried in space since time began. But then came the theories no one wanted to speak aloud, that the hum wasn't natural. That the gravitational force wasn't mass but design. That Voyager hadn't stumbled into chaos, but into structure. A mechanism, hidden until triggered. A few reached further, connecting Voyager's anomalies to the long-dismissed mysteries of Pioneer 10 and 11, tiny, unexplained deviations in their trajectories. At the time, they were brushed aside as thermal effects. Now, some wondered if those early probes had merely grazed the edge of the same system Voyager had plunged into. If space itself wasn't empty, but layered, waiting for something to cross the line. The implications are unsettling. For centuries, humanity has believed in boundaries: Earth, the Moon, Mars, the heliopause. We've seen the universe as endless, indifferent, a blank canvas for exploration. But Voyager's data suggests otherwise. If the edge of our system reacts, pulses, and hums, then it's not a border. It's a threshold. And thresholds exist for a reason. Voyager 1, once a symbol of human curiosity, now drifts as something more dangerous. A trigger. A messenger carrying not just data, but consequence. If its path is no longer ruled by physics alone, then the question we must ask is simple: what lies beyond? And were we ever meant to find it? Voyager was never meant to return like this. It was supposed to fade into silence, a farewell to the stars. But instead, it spoke. And its whisper wasn't comforting. It was a warning. What if the edge of our solar system is not a boundary at all, but a gate? What if the silence we thought was emptiness was only patience? And what if Voyager didn't just see the void, but was seen by it? The hum. The pull. The heartbeat in the plasma. They may be numbers on a screen, but they may also be the first signs that the universe is not still. That it watches. That it waits. And so the question hangs in the silence, unspoken but undeniable. Was sending Voyager out there a mistake? Was Voyager 1 pulled by chance, or by design? Is the darkness beyond our system just space, or is it something more?